Man, fucking GoPro. When am I going to learn?
What do you get when you have 2 microphones, a bottle of bourbon, and plenty of time to kill? It's the Bourbon Talking Podcast with Billy and Jimmy. Glad you found us. Sit back, relax. Let's see what we get into. Now we are actually live.
So GoPro, watch our podcast. Send us some real cameras that work.
Do we really want that? I don't know.
Yeah. Let's get some. Send us some good stuff. Come on. Oh, man up, GoPro. Get it.
You know, and GoPro has an app.
Everybody's got an
And
app.
this-
But
of
you know
course.
you know who does not have an app?
Who?
Us.
Well, actually, we sort of kind of do. But, you know, my 11-year-old said, "Hey, Dad, did you know you had an app on your website?" It was actually just save it. Anyway, never mind.
We don't have an app.
Okay, we'll get an app. So it allows you to preview your camera so that you can see what's going on. And I'm going to have to pause this because the VA is calling me. Stand by. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
I never paused mine.
That's okay. I did, and I'll match
I
it up.
recorded everything you said on.
I'll
there.
match it up. I'll figure it out. The clap thing actually kind
You
of.
can't clap.
I clapped. I've got a spike in it. It's an editing thing. You wouldn't understand.
I thought it was another STD.
Yeah, you mother. GoPro, you have an app.
Sucks.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you got an app. And it shows you the preview of your camera so that you can get the focal length in. Yeah, all that. And then the moment you hit the record button, it goes dark. You're not allowed to watch the preview during the recording. Man, that's pretty stupid. As you can tell, I'm not a GoPro fan. And my little Chinese mount that I was using as my GoPro, it broke right before I started this broadcast. So that's why I'm at a different camera angle, and I'm looking up at you like you're up on the ceiling, but it's the best I can do. Oh my God, you mother.
And we have a train wreck amongst us.
As old Jerry Clower would say, shoot up here amongst us, because one of us has got to get some relief. We were out at dog training the other day. Shout out to Foundation First Canine, Chuck and Tammy, and all the boys, and Tanner. Anyway, we're out there telling jokes. Had to fire up the old Jerry Clower. When's the last time you heard Jerry Clower joke?
Oh, it's been a while.
So I started telling one because it's been probably 20 years since I've heard Jerry Clower, and I knew this joke. I know it by heart, and I start repeating this joke because I love the joke. It's the one, and here's how I remember it, of Marcel Ledbetter riding a moped, leaning over to look at.
Marcel Ledbetter.
Yeah, he pulls up to a red light, and he's looking inside this beautiful Corvette that just pulls up. Well, the joke is the guy takes off in the Corvette, and he looks in the rearview mirror, and here comes Marcel Ledbetter on that moped. Just blows his doors off. He's like, oh my God, what's going on? So the Corvette catches up to him, and then boom, he blows right past him again, going the other direction. So finally they pull up to the next ramp. Bang! Marcel Ledbetter runs right into the back of that car. He says, boy, are you okay? Ha, 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 ha. You remember how Jerry used to do? He says, yes, sir, I'm fine. But do you mind unhooking my suspender from your side view mirror? And I just love that joke. You're supposed to laugh. Hang on. Where's the... hang on. That's not it. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Anyways, it's a funny joke.
It was actually funnier when Jerry Clower told it.
Oh, it's a lot funnier when Jerry Clower told it. But anyway, so we're out there, and then a few minutes later, somebody says, who's Jerry Clower? So I actually find that joke. And when I play the joke, it's so much different from how I remember it. It's not Marcel Ledbetter. It's his son, and he scoots out the fence and gets on the hardball on his moped like he's not supposed to. And the car that pulls up's not a Corvette. It's a Mercedes Benz. And it's just funny how I remember the joke and how I've changed it over 20 years. Anyway, now I'll get sued by Jerry Clower for messing up his joke.
I think he's dead.
Rest in peace, sir. You're one of the greatest.
But I'm not sure.
He was old when I was young, so.
He's older now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Probably decomposing too.
I'll have to cut that out. That was nasty. Jimmy, what's happening with you today, buddy?
Just trying to get this proposal done and write this other proposal for their Canine Foundation.
Yeah, we're doing work. We're grinding.
He passed away in 1998.
Jerry Clower passed away in 98. Okay.
Yeah, he's beyond decomposed.
He was funny, man.
He was.
He was funny. He was great.
See what I have to work with.
Oh, what's his name was looking for a coon. He thought he had a coon trapped up in the tree. So he gets up there.
Is this Marcel Ledbetter again?
It probably was Marcel Ledbetter. And so I was talking about this joke about it being a bobcat. No, man, it was a lynx. One of them, what do you call that? One of them fire cats. So of course, he thought it was a raccoon. When he gets up in the tree, it's a lynx, and his buddy's down there with a shotgun. And that lynx is just tearing his ass up from one side to the other. So he just yells down to his buddy, "Shoot up here amongst us, because one of us has got to get some relief." That's good comedy. They don't make good comedy like that anymore. I mean, there's good comics, but everybody has to curse, and you can drop an F-bomb and make somebody laugh, but when you do it the 47th time.
Well, and there's some comedians that just drop the F-bomb just for the laugh because they can't come up with an original joke.
The problem is that F-bomb is going to get me to laugh once or twice if used properly. What's going to keep me laughing is good, solid, structured jokes with hard-pounding punchlines,
Oh yeah, some of the best jokes actually does not even have a cuss word in it.
And that's my point. That's the comedy I prefer. Just a well-structured joke that just splits your side. Gets you laughing because you know where it's headed.
And those are the best. And again, it's the Jerry Clowers and
Tim
all the
Allen.
original.
Tim Allen is clean, right? He didn't curse, does he? Or am I thinking of Jerry Seinfeld? I know Jerry's clean.
Well, I haven't heard Tim cuss on.
Yeah, I think
Home Improvement or the other show he's on.
Well, yeah, because that's on national television. I'm just talking about his stand-up. Yeah, I've always always thought I could be a comedian. I'm not a comedian. I don't think I have what it takes to be a stand-up comic. But I've been told I have a way of telling stories, so maybe I could be a comedic storyteller. They don't always have the proper structure to a joke, and your first punchline has to be the last punchline of a joke 45 minutes later, and everybody goes, "Oh yeah, there's an."
Well, it has to come full circle.
Right, got to come for full circle. Yeah.
Yep, full circle. So they got Gwyneth Paltrow's being sued for a ski accident, and I guess because she left the scene and didn't stop to help. I'm not really sure, but I'm sorry. When people go skiing, everybody runs into everybody. I mean, I'm sorry. You just take your chances when you put on skis for snow skiing. Sorry.
I know nothing about this situation.
Yeah,
but I know a little bit enough to be completely wrong about it. So here's how I understand it. She's flying down the mountain. She hits some poor sap. He sues her. She sues him. And then I guess she left and didn't hang out. But he got beat up, and she's suing him for her hitting him. How dare you be in my way when I was flying down the mountain?
Yeah, no. I mean, again, when you put on skis, I mean, you assume the risk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you and I talked a little. I've only been skiing twice in my life, but you have to sign waivers, but I guess that stuff doesn't mean anything anymore. So.
No, and I think she was just targeted as a celebrity. But again, you put on snow skis, you're just taking your own risk here. I'm sorry.
Man, how many people pull out in traffic? They're like, "Oh, here comes that UPS truck. Here comes that FedEx truck. I'm gonna take a chance. He hits me, I'm set." Think about standing out taking a pee next to a pine tree coming down the mountain. Ooh, here comes Gwyneth Paltrow. Here's my chance.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get your all smack?
Yeah, it's no, I'm not.
Sir, can I get you an ambulance? No, Lord, call my attorney.
And I'm not a huge Gwyneth Paltrow fan at all, but I mean, I read a lot of articles where she's really just not a nice person. But in this, and again, you put on snow skis and go to a damn mountain, you assume the risk.
That's a dangerous sport, like golf. Dangerous. Got to be careful.
Huh?
Golf, man, it's just dangerous.
Yeah, I don't even think they're in the same category.
You ain't been on the tee box with me lately, then, have you? Man, I cracked the tree, that ball came right back at me and almost killed me.
That's true.
It happens.
That's true.
I call that a power fade. When it streaks off to the right like that.
Yeah.
I just used that shot at the wrong point of the course. If we was at a hard dog leg right, you would have went, damn, Billy, that was a great shot. Unfortunately, there was a slight dog leg left, and I still burnt. That's called power fade.
And is that what happened with Gwyneth Paltrow? Power fade?
Maybe she tried to do one of them flippy turn spinner grabs with a heel tuck.
Okay, and so
I used to be a really good wakeboarder back in the day, and I used to ski on the ski Rixons. If you don't know what a ski Rixon is, just Google it. But it's a cable system that goes around the lake, and then this little trolley system comes up, grab a little ball and then a ski rope, and it skis you around the lake without a boat. From my years of doing that, and again, I was pretty good at that. Terry takes me snow skiing for the first time. She says, you should probably start out on these. I said, no. Back in my day, shit, I used to get free boards and sunglasses by dragging on. I know what I'm doing. I'm about to show you something. So I got on a snowboard. Snowboarding has nothing to do with wakeboarding. I slid my ass down that mountain. I am no good at that. I got to have a rope to pull back on and lean on. Snowboarding, you always have to stay on edge. It is nothing like water skiing. I cannot do it.
Okay.
So
there's no. I mean, I've done both, and no, they're nowhere.
Terry's
close.
a great skier. She's good, going down the hill. And the next time we went, I was with my oldest daughter, Coral, and her and I, we didn't leave the bunny slough. We stayed in a little class and hung out for about 2 hours. And Terry was watching my littlest one. She said, "Are y'all already back down from the mountain?" Hell no, we ain't even got on ski lift. She got so pissed because we didn't even ride to the top of the mountain. I already knew what was going to happen.
Okay. Let's take 5 and let me walk the dog.
Take 5. That means I'm going to keep rolling because it's easier to edit out the long blank.
Okay. Mine's still rolling then, so I'm just
roll them. Take 5.
You can just chat all you want, Billy, while I'm gone.
Your GoPro's probably going to die here in a little while, and I got to do a podcast by myself any damn way.
It's still running, it's still flashing red.
Oh, God. You fucking GoPro. Maybe we are to buy a camera. I'm actually tired of buying shit. I want to coffer up the money and save up a pile. Always just blowing it out the wallet, man. Just that fast. Just see what I'm working with here? Hey, I used your line. I was talking about how I'm tired of spending money. But we need 2 DSLR cameras. We got that in It's the Bourbon Talking budget?
No. No.
No.
We don't even have bourbon in the bourbon budget, which is ludicrous. Billy texted me this morning. Hey, I'm going to be a little late for work this morning. I'm going to go have donuts with my daughter. Hey, great. Bring me a donut. He comes in, a couple hours late and everything, just sits down. I'm like, where's my donut?
Man, I was doing you a solid.
I know I'm fat. You don't have to say that. I'm just, again, you had one request.
Well, I mean, we were at dinner last night and we were both talking about, trimming up, getting in
Thong shape?
getting in thong shape. And I went to grab you a couple of donuts. I said, what would a true friend do right now? A true friend would support his friend in getting in to thong shape. So I said, you know what? I'm going to push away. I'm not going to get my friend donuts. However, I just had two. But normally I probably would have had 3. Or I probably would have had 4.
So what
But I'm
happens
getting
when he
in the
gets here? We
shape.
wind up getting in the Jeep, running up to Dunkin' Donuts and buying donuts.
Oh, hell, you were going to tell the whole story?
Oh, I'm going to tell the whole story. You just threw me under the bus.
Shit.
So, yeah, and how many of them donuts did you eat, Billy?
Only one. I only had one.
Yeah, but you had that big 12-inch Bavarian cream
They
thing.
don't make a 12-inch Bavarian cream. It's about 4.5, 4 3/4. But it is chocolate covered. It does not have a hole, and it's stuffed with Bavarian cream fill. So if you average that out to a standard donut, she's a good 2 donuts in one. But it's my favorite. I'm a sucker for them things. I love them.
He also had a tall caramel macchiato with an extra shot.
And it was cold as hell. Why was the coffee cold?
I don't know.
I still drank it, but I complained. Those are truly first world problems. So I think it's time for us to leave the country. We need to we got to get our shit realigned. You know that? We start taking things for granted. Very grateful. We need to become more grateful for what we have.
Yeah, and we leave the country, we just bitch and moan at those people. How come you don't have hot coffee? You know, yeah, see how that goes.
I don't know, man. You know, last time I was out of third world country, you know, you got people fighting over a little piece of tin or something, you know, they can make a kitchen wall out of. You just come home feeling so accomplished and grateful and thankful for what you have, you know. Life's not about monetary, or what am I trying to say? Life's not about materialistic things. Right. When you're laying on your deathbed, you're not going to be checking your bank account status. You're not going to be worried about how many boats you got down at the marina. That's right. You're going to think about your kids and lives that you have touched and affected throughout the world. And maybe a legacy that you have left for your loved ones and for humanity to follow on and carry on in your footsteps. Or nobody ever think about you ever again and you're gone.
I'm so sorry, people. Haven't listened to that.
A little profound prophecy there for a little while, a little epiphany. Epiphany.
I'm not sure that's what I'd call it.
Can't spell that one. I just heard a GoPro beep.
And
SD card error.
Uh-oh. What the
Cast out all that bad shit, man. My chi is out of alignment. Whatever. God dang.
This thing is pissing me off.
The problem is all the footage that we just got, when you get that SD card error, it makes a very large corrupt file. So that means everything that we just recorded on your camera is now no longer any good. I can't recover it. What's that little thing?
It's just a remote start stop.
For what?
My GoPro.
They make those?
Yeah.
They make a remote start stop button for a GoPro?
Yeah, that's how you can like do selfies and shit.
Man, that's fancy. I didn't know that. I'm sure it only works for 5 minutes and quits working anyway.
Yeah, it works better than the camera. Keep having to format this thing. What the hell? What'd you do with that 1 terabyte one I had?
I put it on your desk.
Where?
On your desk.
Dude, that's not even funny.
I did. I laid it right in front of you that day. You didn't like knock it on the floor or something, did you?
I have no idea where it went. I was going to try a different
It's bad too.
How can they all be bad?
I don't think they are. I think it's an issue with, it's a hardware issue on the camera that's causing the file to corrupt, which causes the only error it knows, which is SD card error output. I really don't think there's anything wrong with those cards.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I guess I'll buy the GoPro 11 and go ahead and get it coming. You know what my second biggest bitch is?
Me?
Nope. You're okay. You're on my good side.
I'm on the good side.
It's what Harley Davidson has done with their Boom GTS Entertainment Center. So a lot of people don't know this, and I'm going to go off on a tangent here, but hopefully this is going to help somebody save $1,000 at a Harley dealership. If you want a Sena wireless communication in your helmet to be able to watch, or I'm sorry, to be able to use Apple CarPlay on your motorcycle, Harley tells you that you have to have a WIM module installed in your bike. So that's pretty expensive. That can be $600 to $800 to have the WIM installed. And then they say, okay, Mr. Customer, now you can go about your way and purchase your Sena. We have some over here if you like, or you can buy them from Revzilla or wherever and get your Sena. You buy the Sena, it Bluetooths to your phone. It barely Bluetooths to your radio to the point you think you're crazy or something's wrong with the Sena that you just bought. It's a super pain in the ass. Once you get it paired to your bike, if it's, let me back up just a little bit. If it's not paired to your bike and it's paired, you have it on your helmet with the speakers inside and you hit play on your radio, it sounds amazing. Sounds really, really good. The moment you pair it to your motorcycle and then you plug the cable in your phone and Apple CarPlay comes up, the music coming out of the stereo through CarPlay into your Sena sounds like shit. It's in mono. It's not in stereo. It crackles. It pops.
Oh, it's cereal.
And it's absolutely
I've
garbage.
had that cereal.
So I started out with the Sena 5S. Well, I was trying to be a little cheap. So the other day, we're starting to prepare to go on our Sturgis ride, and we want a little comms. Jimmy got a full face he got a modular helmet, so he's going to start running comms. I got the Sena 50S from Revzilla. It's their new Quantum Edition with Harman Kardon speakers, high definition speakers. I'm excited. I get it. I go outside. I unpair my old 5S. I pair the new Sena to it, 50S. I hit play, and the music sounds like shit. I can tell that this is a mono signal coming out of this radio. It's not stereo. It sounds like absolute ass. I unpair it from my bike. I play just the music from my radio. It sounds wonderful. It sounds really, really good in my helmet. Outlawbiker.com does a really good review, and I've probably seen that video in the past. And then he said something the 10th time I watched the video. You have to have a Harley branded Sena. Harley can detect that there's an aftermarket Bluetooth connected to their WIM module, so they knock out all these different apps, compatibility, knock it down to mono, make it difficult to pair. It cracks, it pops, it sounds like shit. As we all know, Harley, you tag anything Harley, you're paying a Harley tax. It's expensive.
Yeah.
I go to harley.com to order the Harley Sena because I'm pissed. I want this shit to work. When I go there, it's exactly the same price as Revzilla. I'm shocked. I'm floored. I'm like, holy shit, where's the Harley tax? How come this thing isn't $520 instead of $300 and something dollars? I'm absolutely floored. I said, but then again, sun shines on the dog's ass every once in a while. Okay.
Did you get that from Jerry Clower?
I got that from Jimmy Dubberly. Anyway.
Smart man, I hear.
Stand by. Let me take a sip. I go to check out at Harley with my new Harley branded Senna. They give you a $40 gift card. I was like, I'm really floored now. So not only is it the same price, I also get $40. You know what I can buy for $40 at a Harley
so wait a
dealership?
minute. So let me get this right. You got a $40 gift card. So you technically didn't get the headset any cheaper. I mean, you couldn't apply it towards that.
Correct. Yeah. No, you pay the regular price for the Senna. And on top of that, they'll mail you a $40 gift, which I haven't gotten it yet, but they said I'm going to. But instead of everything being at least 50 to 100% more with the Harley tax, it was actually the same price as Revzilla. I like Revzilla. They sell good products and they have good prices. So it finally comes in the mail. The Harley branded Senna 50S does not come with Harman Kardon high definition speakers that go inside your helmet. They come with the Rockford Fosgate ones, which I'm like, 6 one, half dozen the other. I have the Stage 2 Rockford Fosgate audio system installed in the bike. So Harley and Rockford, they have a thing, and that's what they use. When I pull these out of the box, the driver on these Rockford Fosgates, they're literally over a half-inch thick. These things are an actual speaker driver. They are phenomenal. It blows the Harman Kardon Senna out of the water. So even if you don't have a Harley and if you're looking to buy a Senna 50S, 50C, I suggest go to harley.com and purchase it from Harley and get the Rockford Fosgate version of that. It will still pair to any bike, but those drivers on those speakers, they're absolutely out of this world. So here comes the big test. I'm going to pair this thing to my bike, and I swear if it sounds like shit, I'm going to lose mine. I pair it up. All these other menus pop up. I got side tone. Everything that you can do on the Senna app is actually on your screen on your bike now. And the sound is amazing. So Harley, I just want to say,
you suck.
That's some bullshit to do to people. And you service advisors that sit behind that counter and sell shit to people, be sure you know what you're selling. I'm serious. You take care of your customers. I've been sold $1,200 worth of shit that I didn't need. And I'm kind of a smart guy. I know what the shit does and this, that, and the other when it comes to cars. But when it comes to a motorcycle and a Harley, and you're my advisor. I tell you where I want to go and you lead me down the path. Take care of your customer. And that's why there's a dealership in Jacksonville. I will never walk into them doors again. Well, I take that back. Next month on the 28th, I'll be walking into those doors to see Adam Sandoval on the American Convoy. But I ain't buying shit there. And I'm not going into the service department because you piss me off. Bullshit. Take care of your customers, man. You basically just robbed me.
Well, I'm still waiting on the owner of Adam Mac to call me and explain why he was charging me $32,000 to do about $10,000 worth of work.
Well, same reason we just got a estimate on a quote for a contract yesterday. We're going to price you so high, sir, because we don't want your business. And if you are dumb enough to hire us, well, by God, we're going to make all the money possible on you. But we don't have time for you, and we're not interested. So here's an estimate for about 10 times more than it should cost.
Yeah. Again, $32,000 to do about 10. It was a 2010. They were supposed to just repair it. $32,000. I could have bought a 2022 Street Glide. $32,000 to fix this bike. I could have bought a brand new one. And and the owner called me. Oh yeah, let me get to the bottom of it. He has yet to call me back, and he called me, November?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mark Adamac, get off your ass and call me. You pompous piece of shit.
us a call, Mark. Take care of it. Let's make it right.
And don't buy a bike from Atomac, people, until I get an apology or an explanation.
We buy a lot of bikes, don't we, Jimmy?
Oh, my God.
We do pretty good.
2 years in a row, I bought a new one. It's getting out of hand.
I bought 5 bikes in the last 10 years. Take care of your customers. They'll keep coming back. If not, I will drive my ass a long ways away.
So the bike that was getting repaired was actually in a house fire, and it was my best friend's bike growing up. And he committed suicide several years ago. And I wanted his bike, and his widow actually let me get it. And, you know, I wanted to keep the bike, and, you know, I wanted it to be rebuilt. And Allstate, they hit it out of the park. They said, yes, we'll be glad to help you get the bike rebuilt. We knew it had sentimental value. And needless to say, Atomac came in at $32,000. It just needed cosmetics. $32,000. They just didn't want to touch it because I had soot on it from the house fire.
We still should have kept that bike and did it ourselves.
At this point, I kind of wish I would have.
And for $1,200, we could have went to Avan Black, got all the.
Oh, like $1,200, I could have gone to Amazon and bought everything.
But it was too dirty. Yeah, it's called smut. It's been in a damn house fire.
Yeah, get the $10 an hour pressure washer guy just to pressure wash it off and clean it.
Yep, just a bad taste in our mouth, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't bash businesses, but when you clearly don't take care of your customers, there's consequences and repercussions to that. And as management, you should know what your employees are doing. They're running your business into the ground.
Yeah, and I'm kind of running out of Harley dealerships to go to because I can't go shopping at Teddy Morris.